If you're walking through Phnom Penh at night expecting chaos, cheap thrills, or a copy of another Southeast Asian city, you're already misreading the environment. This isn't a place that announces itself loudly. It doesn't try to impress you. It simply continues doing what it's always done, whether you understand it or not. What you're seeing here is a nightlife designed for spectacle. It's a nightlife designed for presence, for proximity, for people who've learned how to move with the city instead of through it. Yeah, this is not Bangkok and it's not Pattaya, and it's definitely not a curated digital nomad fantasy. There are no massive signs telling you where to go, no single strips that explains itself. Phnom Penh Nightlife doesn't guide you, it observes you back. And the people who struggle here are usually the ones trying to force familiarity into a place that operates on its own rhythm. Most blogs won't tell you this. Short videos can't show you this. You only feel it by being here, by walking, listening, watching how people occupy space. Notice the scale of the bars are small. The distance between the people is close. The conversations are quiet, not performative. This isn't accidental. Phnom Penh Nightlife functions more like a social web than a party scene. Regulars matter. Recognition matters. How you behave today affects how you receive tomorrow. This is a city where memory still plays a role. You can't just come here to disappear into the noise. You can come here to be noticed slowly. And that's uncomfortable for some people. Pay attention to who's relaxed and who isn't. Locals move with confidence, not urgency. Long-term expats blend in by not standing out. Short-term visitors tend to scan, compare, evaluate. That difference in energy changes everything, because everyone sees everything. Phnom Penh doesn't reward extraction. It rewards adaptation. The moment you stop asking what the city can give you and start asking how it works, doors open quietly. No announcements, no ceremonies. Here, money is present, but it's not loud. Power exists, but it doesn't posture. You won't always know who owns what. You won't always know who's connected to whom. And that ambiguity is intentional. This is a culture where respect travels faster than status, and where silence often communicates more than words. The nightlife reflects that. What's not said matters as much as what is. Western logic struggles here because it expects transparency instead of intuition. There's something deeper happening beneath the bars, the lights, the movement. Cambodia carries a long memory of survival, of restraint, and of continuity. Even in places designed for leisure, there's an underlying calm, a sense that life isn't being escaped here, just temporarily softened. When you align with that energy, the city feels welcoming. When you resist it, it feels closed. This isn't nightlife as distraction, it's a nightlife as coexistence. So as you watch this walk, don't focus on where you should go. Focus on how the city moves when it doesn't think it's being watched. If this perspective helps you understand Phnom Penh, not as a destination, but as a living system, then this channel will be making sense to you. I document places the way they are, not the way they're sold. And if you're here, you're thinking about being here, take your time. Phnom Penh rewards patience more than anything else. As you watch this walk, I want you to do something simple, but difficult. Don't compare it to anywhere else you've been. Comparison flattens the experience. It turns living places into categories. And Phnom Penh doesn't respond well to being categorized. It responds to a presence. This city doesn't perform itself for outsiders. It doesn't need to. What you're seeing here is not a nightlife designed to entertain you. It's a nightlife that exists whether you're watching it or not. Notice the pace. Nothing here is rushed, but nothing is stagnant either. People aren't in a hurry to arrive somewhere. They're already where they are. That's an important distinction. Phnom Penh nightlife isn't about chasing moments. It's about occupying time. In many cities, nightlife exists as an escape from the day. Here it feels more like a continuation, a gentle shifting of energy rather than a rapture. Look at the bars. They're narrow, close, intimate. This creates a social environment where anonymity is limited. You're visible. You're remembered. And how you move through these spaces matters more than how much money you spend. In Phnom Penh, social currency is behavioral. Courtesy, restraint, and awareness travel farther. Loud confidence reads as insecurity here, and people sense that quickly. This isn't nightlife that rewards performance. It rewards attunement. Visitors often mistake calm for emptiness. They look for stimulation instead of meaning. And when they don't find it immediately, they assume something is missing. But nothing is missing here. It's just not shouting. Beneath the bars, the conversations, the movement, there's something quieter. A collective understanding that life isn't meant to be dominated. It's meant to be navigated. Phnom Penh nightlife doesn't try to distract you from existence. It sits beside it. That's why some people feel deeply at peace here, and then others feel strangely uncomfortable. The city doesn't mirror who you pretend to be. It reflects who you actually are. If this walk feels calm instead of exciting, that's intentional. Calm is rare nowadays, and rare things often feel unfamiliar before they feel valuable. If you're here to learn how places really work, socially, psychologically, and spiritually, then you'll understand why Phnom Penh reveals itself slowly. This channel isn't about spectacle. It's about systems. And tonight, you're seeing one in motion. Welcome to the L Zone. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And also hit the notification button. Also, don't forget to hit the notification button so that you will be reminded. Thank you, and I appreciate you. Have a great evening or day wherever you are.